Hi. Oshe Bunaj baby girl. Bunaj baby girl. Model. Lomo. Model Lomo. Thank you so much, guys, for joining in. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. I was about to call your phone. Make up by Ashabi. Visola, you abandoned me. Thank you so much, sis. Thank you. Bunaj, I'm sorry for you. You be doing fine girl there, be doing model there. Before you know what's going on. It's not me that said it, oh. But don't worry, I'm not afraid. If King has his baby sister, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. I miss you too, Bisola. I miss you so much. We're just going to wait a bit for everyone. And I'm also going to just share on Instagram that we are live now so that people can join in. Milky Express, thank you so much, sis. I am also looking forward to today because Funmi is a bundle of fire. What? Me? I am experiencing her in my life. So don't worry, I know what I'm saying. So I just want to quickly post that we are live. Shebi we go import and come UK. Bunad, why are you afraid? Why are you? Don't be afraid. No, don't be afraid. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. This birthday girl, she likes work too much. She likes work too much. She likes work too much, you. So please post we are live. Okay, so let's just give another it's 3 minutes past 6. So we're going to wait till like 6:05 so that we can dive in because Funmi has got loads to share with us. Like me, I cannot even wait. I can't wait. Hey sis, J Booms, I see you. Hi. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for joining in. We have just 2 minutes left before we jump right in. But in the meantime, let me just quickly introduce myself. My name is Toyosi Gregory-Jonah. And 1 second, guys. So my name is Toyosi Gregory-Jonah. I am the CEO of Desire 1709 Fashion. I'm a fashion girl. I'm a mom of 2 boys. And an amazing woman all around. So one of the things that I'm passionate about and that people ask me about a lot is how, is it possible to actually have it all? And I've said to people severally that it is very possible to have it all as far as you are the person who is holding the pen and determining your all. Thank you so much, everyone, for the birthday wishes. Thank you, guys. So, in explaining all of this to people, they started asking me, so how can I then have it all? If you say, okay, I've defined it, how can I have it all? Because I see these things working for you. And I'm like, the only way to replicate greatness, the only way to actually say that you are great is when you can replicate, this greatness. And because we're all different people, we have diverse situations, we have diverse circumstances. We can't, you can't say that whatever happens for Toyosi can actually, exactly work for you. So I went back, to myself and I said, Toyosi, everybody keeps asking you, how are you able to do this? How can I do this? How can I achieve this? And then I said, you know what? I know women in my life who are actually getting it, who are, they're intentional about everything. Like, up to relationships, we're intentional about it. So I decided, why not have them come and talk to all of us? Because even me, I'm still learning. And the truth is, knowledge is not static. We're constantly changing because as you interact with new knowledge, you adjust your OS. Let me give you an example. So for example, look at, if you have an iPhone, you know that if the OS has expired, that iPhone is not going to work properly. So at every point in time, for you to unlock the next level, you actually need to interact with knowledge. You need to interact with new information for you to be able to, move to the next level. So back to my example of iPhone. When the OS is expired, nothing happens. Nothing can change. You can't get to the next level with that. And honestly, this next level we're talking about, it's not like it's not attainable. And this next level is majorly knowledge. It's majorly information. What you don't know, you don't know. What you don't know, you don't know. And it's going to floor you. Like, the smallest of things can floor you and make you look like, you know what, you're irrelevant. So I said, you know what, I'm going to bring all these women that I know, that, you know, I look up to them in, you know, in one way or another. And let me tell you something, looking up to somebody has nothing to do with age. It has nothing to do with age, because it's possible that this person you're looking at has been interacting with a different kind of knowledge. Imagine somebody, so I have somebody who is kind of like a mentee to me. She's been around me. She's been around a lot of older people. Anybody who is her age mate cannot say that they're on the same level. So, like I said before, information is that next level. And this information will not fall on you. Like, it's not like you're going to stand and then rain will fall. It will just be pouring on you. People have to share. And all these people I'm bringing, there are people that on a normal day, you would maybe pay money to go and listen to them. So I decided, you know what? We are going to bless people. And I decided to bring all of these, my sisters who are doing amazing stuff. Like, everybody who is on this list are people that I respect so much. I look up to them in their individual life, because I'm like, oh my God, this person is, you know, it's doing this thing so well. I'm going to continue to watch them. If they write a book, I'm going to buy it so that at least I can glean from them, because you can't do everything by yourself. Right? So yesterday we had somebody talk to us about beauty, because the truth is, in your pursuit of being whole, in your pursuit of wholesomeness, there are different parts. Everything is in fragments. So there is the beauty, because I mean, how do you say you are old if you don't look beautiful, if you don't feel beautiful, if you don't like what you see in the mirror? So I brought somebody yesterday. Jaga Beauty did an amazing job. She spoke about beauty. We had an amazing time. And then the next thing we're going to talk about today is emotional wellness. And you can agree with me that a lot of us are hiding so many things. Maybe not intentionally, but just because we're not even aware. Some things you just put under the carpet because, you know what, I don't want to deal with this. Then you put under the carpet and that thing becomes stronghold. Is directing your life. You're not aware. It's directing your life. You're not aware. Anyway, let me not explain too much. So I am going to invite Funmi to join me now. So to join us tonight is Funmi Ayowole. Funmi is an amazing human being. She's my friend. She's somebody that I actually, okay, so she has requested. I actually submitted myself to Funmi. I actually did my own session with Funmi. And I felt that, you know what, whatever it is that everyone is seeing on the outside and saying to yourself, you're doing amazing, you look like you have it all together, it just looks like everything is working for you. I said it will not be nice for me to hide, you know, this kind of information that can totally change things for everyone. So tonight we have Funmi Ayowole. Funmi Ayowole is the founder of the Soul Clinic Online, and I've known Funmi forever. Even before, you know, we came into, you know, therapy relationship. It's been amazing knowing her. Let me not just do too much introduction. Let Funmi introduce herself. Funmi, please introduce yourself.
Hi. Happy birthday, Toyosi.
Thank you.
See, of all the people typing happy birthday here, I'm the one that has the privilege of singing to you.
Abby.
Happy birthday. My voice is not like perfect, but happy birthday.
Thank you.
I love you, girl.
I know. Thank you so much, sis.
Okay, my name is Funmi Ayowole. I always like to put my maiden name for some reason, because that's how some people remember me. So Funmi Fatona Ayowole. I'm good. When I say I'm good, that's one of the main ways I would love to introduce myself, because I'm really good. I'm really good inside, and irrespective of whatever mask you see right now, I feel whole. I feel wholesome. I feel like I can recognize myself. I can recognize me. So that's just a teaser into our discussion today. But on the outside, you know, in terms of introduction, I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I am a marketing communications professional, I am an emotional wellness and transformation coach, certified by the International Coach Federation. I'm super excited to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Funmi. So the title of this session tonight is The Wholesome Woman Unmasked. And I realized that a lot of people, I mentioned before that a lot of us are, we sweep a lot of things under the carpet because we don't want to deal with it, because we feel like, this was in my past, and then you just leave it there. And thank God for interacting with the kind of knowledge I have also been interacting with, because if I haven't, there were a lot of things that I also swept away. And I discovered that it was just, controlling things around. It was controlling things, and I couldn't put a name to some of these things. I couldn't explain it for the longest period. So I realized that a lot of women are wearing a mask. We're wearing a mask, right? So I would like you to break it down for us. What exactly is this mask?
A mask is any veil you put over yourself. Can you hear me clearly?
I can hear you clearly.
Cool. So a mask is any veil that you put over yourself, intentionally or unintentionally.
Okay.
Let's start with the obvious one. I have makeup on. That is a mask. You can't see my actual skin. I do have concealer and powder on. That is a physical mask, so you cannot see the actual skin. Let's go a bit deeper. My skin is a mask for my flesh tissue. Correct?
All right.
My flesh tissue is a mask for my muscle.
Okay.
My muscle is a mask for my bones, my skeleton.
True.
Right? So the reason why I use that as a physical, illustration is sometimes, and I dare say most of the times, we have different layers of masks per time. And in some cases, when I'm at home, I may just have a certain mask.
Okay.
When I go outside, my mask maybe doubles. If I'm in the office, my mask can triple. So like the layers. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
In certain situations, we have layers over ourselves. So I try to use a physical illustration as to, let's assume maybe you had on a veil. You were getting married, you have a veil. Then you have makeup. Then you have your skin. Then you have the flesh. Then you have the muscle. Then you have the bone. Let's assume that the bone is your very, very core. In fact, I'm not a medical doctor, but some parts of the bones actually also protect vital organs. So let's assume maybe your heart is that your very core. Correct?
Yeah.
Now, on an emotional level, you have different masks. You may not recognize your own self. You may not recognize your own core. You may not know who you really are. But based on different things that have happened, and we'll go into that, but based on different things that have happened, you now have layers. What you tell yourself, what you believe yourself to be, what you allow other people to see. So that's another layer. And then in different circumstances or situations or environments, you have more and more layers placed on yourself. So that's just a simple explanation. A mask is a layer that you put on intentionally or unintentionally, that prevents you and others from seeing the real you.
Oh, great. Thank you so much, Funmi, for that explanation. Right. So my next question is going to be that, Funmi, why is it that this mask, why is it that it's so dangerous to actually have this mask on? And what are the kind of damages that having this mask on can actually do?
This is fantastic. Really good question. So remember I said that in some cases, except you've gotten to a level where you have all the layers, you may not recognize who you are at your core. The first danger of having so many masks on is that you never show your authentic self to yourself or to so no one can treat you as you really, really are. No one can help you if you have a problem as you really, really are.
Well,
No one can interact with you based on
who you truly are.
That is the first danger. And I mean, that's on the outside, external. Even to yourself, a major danger is that if you don't know who you are, you can't train others how to treat you. You can't train others how to treat you if you know who you really are. So let's give a very practical example. You discover, let's say you've taken a few personality tests. You discover that you are one that really likes silence. You love to be with yourself. You are able, you discovered, you are able to enjoy your own company. For whatever reason, maybe based on your childhood, based on your experiences, you've been with so many people, you've been in the company of so many people, maybe you grew up in a family where it's a large family and so on and so forth. And you put on this mask that gives the impression that you are a people person.
Wow.
And that you are the life of the party. Right? So you have this mask, and we're talking about dangers, right?
Yes.
Dangers to yourself. Let's assume you didn't even know who you really were, that you were a person that is quiet. You will find out that when you are in the midst of people, unconsciously, oh mama Cora, we speak English. You'll be you'll be irritable, you'll be shouting, you have attitude. Exactly. Sorry, hold on, your volume is not as loud.
No, if you, when you talk sometimes it's a bit croaky.
Okay,
maybe you should move the phone closer or something.
So I'm moving really close.
Okay,
can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, so go ahead.
Okay, great. So what was I saying? Right.
You were saying that you be at the party because you're not your authentic self, you are cranky.
Good. So you will be cranky when you are with
Very
other people. And then you find out that because you have not trained, because you don't know that you are a quiet, you like your own company very much. So you find out that you're cranky in the company of other people. And then you treat other people badly because people interact with you. What's wrong with you? Why are you acting funny? Are you proud? Are you exactly, right? And then because you don't know yourself that much and you have put on this mask intentionally or unintentionally, you don't know that you need to recharge by going back to yourself, to your own company. You may find that, okay, for the purposes of work, if you had discovered yourself very well, you would have found that for the purposes of work, okay, I have to be around people. But you schedule time to go back and retreat and reload within your own company. Right? So the three major dangers we have identified is that one, with a mask, you don't know yourself, who you really are, and you are not able to recognize yourself. Number two, you are not able to train others to treat you the right way based on your knowledge of yourself. Number three, other people, your interactions with other people are limited.
Exactly.
They are in danger because you're not, you put on this mask. Yeah?
And they see you.
Let's try another example. Okay. Let's say in marriage. I know that's a very, dicey topic
Yeah,
and
there are
all
a lot
that,
of people here
but
that are married, so we're interested.
okay. So let's try a mask in marriage. Let's assume that in maybe a relationship that you had previously before marriage, you found out that or you experienced a heartbreak.
Okay.
The person I love how she's saying it's sensitive. It is quite sensitive. The person said they were something, but they turned out to be another thing.
Okay.
So your experience or your impression was that people or men in general, they
Are
cannot be
deceitful.
trusted. Right? So
Okay.
based on that perspective that you have in your mind, you put on a mask that, if they cannot be trusted, me, myself, I have a layer.
I'll
I must
protect
never show
myself,
my,
my
yes,
true self.
I must never show my true self. Right? Are you guys getting me? I hope we're following. Right? So you have the perspective that men cannot be trusted. You put on a layer that I must. So this is an intentional mask, right? That you put on.
Because it
You put
seems
on
like
this layer
that's what
that
you need.
you yourself, exactly. So you get married to a man and you are saying A, but you really mean
Mean
B.
B.
He asks you that what is wrong? You say nothing. Or you say, oh, I'm just tired. Whereas maybe you have like some form of grudge, or he has done something to offend you. Let's try a positive example. He bought you something. You are happy about it. Deep down inside, you are so excited about it. But because you had that perspective that men cannot be trusted and I must always have a
Protect
layer, I must
myself.
never show my true self, you are not able to express your
Express the
happiness.
excitement.
You chill, you pause inside, but inside you are jumping for joy. How will that man know how to treat you? How will he know what works for you and what doesn't work for you? How will he know what makes you happy? Whether it is, we all know these love languages, right? But let's just open it up a bit more. How will he know what words work for you? What actions work for you? What gifts, make you happy? Is it that you want him to run a bubble bath for you and you'll be happy? Or if he says, sit down, don't cook for now,
Funmi,
or I will wash the dishes
Funmi,
on
do you
your
know what
behalf,
I
or I will
noticed?
bathe the children.
Funmi, you know what I noticed? Every time you swerve to this side, every time you swerve to your own right hand side, the volume is wonky. So keep it in the middle. When you bend to the right, the volume is wonky. We don't hear you. So just stay in the middle.
Hey,
Like that.
God
This
help
side.
us. So I'm going to
Exactly.
just stay like this.
Exactly. Your
I will
left hand
stand
side
at
is
attention.
a better side and it's very clear. So continue.
So like this.
Yes, perfect. It's clearer. We can hear you clearly. Even when you move back.
Okay. Anyway, where were we?
You said
We're talking about
whether
in
it's for him
marriage.
to, if you wanted him to run you a bath and you're not saying it, how does he know?
Exactly. So we just used a few examples. We've used two examples, right? A mask a mask that was unintentional. You now discover that you have a certain affinity for your own company. And then we've used another example in marriage where you are not able to teach or train or give feedback to your husband as to how to treat you, what really works for you. And it is a really terrible thing, these masks, because if he does not know what works for you, he will keep doing the wrong things.
Yeah.
Or he will not do enough of the right things. And that will prove to you, or it will be like,
oh my days.
are we here?
Funmi, we lost you for a second. We're here now. We lost you for a second.
Sorry. I was saying that it will be like a self-fulfilling prophecy if he does not do the right things, or
It
he
should be
does
like
more of the wrong things.
Yeah, Shebi Moti saw. But no, that's how men are.
Exactly. So you will be confirming back to yourself that that is exactly how men are, and then you will keep acting the wrong way. That poisons your relationship. You will have these silent grudges. Remember, you already have on the mask and you're not expressing yourself. And it keeps piling and piling and piling. And he can't understand. And maybe if he cannot even understand, he will act worse. Or he will feel like, I can never do anything to satisfy my wife. So let me not even try.
True. So true. So
So
true.
masks they are super, super dangerous to yourself, to other people, to the relationships you have with other people, to your well-being in general.
Thank you so much for me. See, I'm actually very particular about the well-being part because I'm of the opinion that you can't give what you don't have, and irrespective of what the world has said to us about when you become a mother you fall into the role. No way. You just naturally give love. Once you become a mom, you naturally give love. Once you marry, you naturally give love. No, you can't give what you do not have. So when you said that, having this mask on has a huge effect on your, emotional well-being as a person. If you're pursuing wholesomeness, if what you're after in this life is to quote and unquote win on all sides, right? So you have said to us that having this mask on is not going to let you get there, because obviously that wellness is not going to happen, because everything that you need to gather along the way to your wellness, you are dropping it because you're using that to actually block things for yourself. And you
Correct.
find a lot of people, a lot of women are so unfulfilled in this space because they're not even aware of these things that you're talking about. Right now, you pretty much like brought out the problem. We can see it now that some of these things that you think is very tiny, that you just remove your face, they're the things that really, really drive our life and drive the way that we behave towards people. You've told us how it will damage your relationship. People will think, oh, girl, she's always, because you can't even explain it. You can't. So my question now is going to be, for me, how do we remove this mask? Because the truth is, people need to get people need to get liberated. We can't continue to be tied into this thing. How do we remove this mask so that we can be well on our journey to this awesomeness that we have to pursue? Because the truth is, everyone who is around me, I talk about this all the time. If you're not living your life to pursue being whole, then it's a waste of time. Because the truth is, you cannot be winning in marriage and then your career is suffering. Let me tell you, you'll become a mad woman very soon. Especially if you are driven, if you have a vision in your heart, and then all you are doing is just, so I don't want to use the word slaving for family, but I mean, it's love. Doing it, you will get into a place where you'll be like, you know what? I don't even want to do this anymore because really, it doesn't fulfill me as a person. Right? But then you told us today, if you have the mask on, you continue to put on that fake, this is my calling. This is what I want to do. No, we need to get out of that place. So for me, please, can you tell us a few ways that we can get out of this place and actually be liberated so that we can come into this awesomeness, we can come into this thing that God has called us, this good life that God has called us to live.
Okay, I'm so eager to jump into this question, but I want to set a foundation.
Okay.
We put on these masks based on various experiences. Now,
Somebody just spoke one big Yoruba. He said, that's so deep. That is so deep. Thank you so much.
Please say it again.
He said, it's so deep. And it's a guy, I think.
Help us say it in English.
Okay, so that our life is not futile.
Fantastic. Fantastic. That's super good. So now, we experience, we put on masks based on different experiences. I'm
Okay.
going to just break it down a little bit.
Okay.
Some experiences are things that happened to us in the past.
Hmm.
Some are things that we did in the past.
Okay.
Some are current situations that we're going through.
Hmm.
Some are losses that we have experienced.
Hmm.
Some are words that have been
Said
spoken
to
to
us.
us
Hmm.
or spoken over us.
Hmm.
Some are sudden changes that we have experienced. So
Okay.
let's do it. Let's do it. Let's try and break it down a little bit, right?
Okay.
Past experiences. So everything I've said are experiences.
Okay.
But let's go step by step. Some things that happen to us could be trauma, abuse, sexual abuse, verbal abuse,
Hmm.
physical abuse, neglect. Things that happened in our childhood or in our teenage years or in our early adulthood. These things create layers upon layers upon
Of
layers
mask.
because of our interpretations of
Of what
those
they are.
experiences.
Hmm. Okay.
Let's give a very practical example. You were walking on the road and a car splashed water on you. That is the incident. The interpretation you give to that incident is what now affects your life going forward. You can decide in your interpretation that, see, I am such a terrible person that even the car has no choice but to splash
Pass
water
me
on
dead.
me,
Hey.
right?
Hmm.
Or you can say to yourself, why is it that everything bad always
Always
happens
happens
to
to
me?
me. Hmm.
Or you can say, oh, it was raining. It's inevitable. The car was on the curb. I was standing on the road. It splashed water on me. It's an accident. That's an interpretation.
Hmm.
You can say, as the car splashed the water on you, you can say, I am doomed. My day is finished. Car splashed water on me. You can interpret. Another interpretation you can have is that, oh, this is an opportunity for me to change into an the clothes I really wanted to wear. Or it is an opportunity for me to walk into the nearest store and
Buy a
get a
new
new pair
outfit.
of pants or whatever.
Hmm.
Right? Interpretations, same event.
Hmm.
So people go through and have experienced things in their past, right? And they have different interpretations for them. Now, some other things we did ourselves. Some of us may have raped other people.
Huh.
Some of us
I've
may
been
have
raped.
committed atrocities, stolen something, fraud, abortion, gossip. You have slandered someone. So things we're distinguishing we're distinguishing between things that we have done and things that have happened to
To
us, that were
us.
done to us
Mm-hmm.
in our past. All these interpretations, all these things that I've spoken about, they create layers and layers of mass, right? Other things like loss of a loved one, maybe depending on what age you were when you lost your dad, your uncle, somebody that was close to you, your mom, maybe you lost your parents, maybe you became orphaned at an early age or even at a late age. There is no limit on grief.
Exactly.
Grief,
Pain is pain.
pain is pain.
Pain is pain.
Grief has a way of creating a layer over you, over your core, right? Maybe you lost your job.
Hmm. That's another one.
Maybe you lost a business. Maybe you took all your money, invested into something, and that
And
thing
you
went
lost
down the
it.
drain.
Hmm.
Those are experiences of loss, right? More things, words that you received, words that may have been spoken over you. Maybe as you were growing up, some people around you were saying, oh, you're not smart enough, or you're just fine for nothing, or you're not smart. Hi, is that Adam?
That's Asha.
Asha, hi Asha. Hi. Okay, so words were spoken over you, right? Maybe they say, you are the brains of our family, but we can't rely on you for beauty, or we can't rely on you for cooking, or is this how you are going to be when you are going to your
Your
husband's
husband's
house?
house.
Just snide remarks,
All those remarks.
right? All sorts of remarks have a way of creating mass and layers.
On us.
We can't help it. Those things create perspectives, and the way they're like glasses. Chelsea, do you remember that our lesson in our coaching?
I remember.
Your perspective is the lens through which you see things.
Everything, yes.
And when you see them, they're like, they become, as you said, strongholds.
Yes.
Correct. Right? So words have a very, very, very strong role to play in creating a mass. They are part of your experiences. Sudden change. Sometimes if you suddenly get married or if you suddenly have a baby or if you suddenly lose the baby or if you suddenly right, or if you suddenly get a job, like just anything that happens to you suddenly also has a way you can create a mask. Right? So this is what I wanted to lay as a foundation, that we have so many experiences that can create layers and layers of mass upon us. Now, how do we take off these masks? I want to say, warning, warning, warning.
Okay.
You don't take off the mask automatically. These masks, it's not like the way you can clean off your makeup. Is not as easy as removing your glasses or removing your wig. It is not. Somebody asked an amazing question. Should I pin? Yes. Well, I don't know.
Pin the question.
Maybe she'll get it.
Take away all these emotions from our past experiences. She's getting into it. She's getting into that. For me, it's the same thing as how do you get the layers off you. So
okay, fantastic. Right? So as I said,
he's a guy actually. Eddie 774. Thank you for joining us. Thank you so
thanks
much
for joining. Okay, so whether you're male or you're female, you cannot just take off the mask automatically. You can't just, it's not going to come out just because you say, oh, I realize that my mask is a mask of insecurity. And because I'm insecure, I notice that I usually name drop, or I usually want to be seen in the company of people. Right? And I want to be part of the in crowd.
Yes,
that's my mask. Okay, so you recognize. Yeah, you recognize that you have this mask of insecurity, but it's not going to come off just because you recognize it. But that is the first step. That first step is called brutal self-awareness. That's what I would call it. Brutal. Right? Brutal. And when people, I'll put in a link and you will share it, I'm sure, with other people later on. When people take scans and people want to go deeper, they must be brutally honest with themselves to examine the thoughts that they think and the reason behind the thoughts. Examine the thoughts that you think and the reason behind the thoughts. It means that you are so brutally self-aware that even if the thought or the reason behind the thought is not pleasing to you, doesn't make sense to you, doesn't give you a good impression about yourself, you still note it, you still observe it, you even go further to dig deeper.
Exactly, because you want a lasting solution. The lasting solution is not automatic. It's not going to fall on you. It's a deliberate process. Very deliberate process.
Correct. So that takes us to the next step, right after brutal self-awareness. The next step is is as simple as this: note taking, or what people call journaling. You see, when you journal, you connect the dots. But I would say that sometimes when you are journaling, it's good to be guided.
Yes.
That's where someone like me, coach, comes in. But when you journal, you connect the dots.
Don't go to the left. Don't go to your right. Keep to your left. We lost something there. That's
Is this better now?
Like you, yeah, he says that's where someone like you as a coach, as a soul coach comes in.
Yes.
I was going to
say I said that when you're journaling, you should be guided.
Yeah.
And a soul coach and a soul coach or an emotional wellness coach is able to guide you in your process of journaling. But just as a general fact about journaling helps you to connect the dots between your past, your present, and your future. Between the thoughts that you thought that you did not even think had an impact in your past and in your present, and it is into your future. Journaling helps you to deeply and keenly observe what is really, really going on in your mind and the reasons behind your actions. And that is the second major step, right? Brutal self-awareness, where you're asking yourself, why? What happened? What was wrong? What did I say to myself? How did I interpret this? It's good. And so that your brutal self. Now, once you're able to connect the dots, let's assume you've discovered a mask, just one, and you're able to connect the dots. It is now time for you to peel back those layers. You don't do it physically, but you do it by asking yourself guided questions. Or the soul coach will ask you those guided questions, right? And you're now in the fourth step. You're able to visualize the kind of future you want for yourself. Am I on the right? Am I on the left or on the right?
No, you're doing well.
You can hear me? Well. Okay. You're able to visualize the kind of future that you want for yourself. A deep visualization exercise will leave you feeling. You will finish that visualization exercise almost high, because you can see it and you can see the path to get to what you visualized.
So I told him not to touch the computer, and then he's touching it.
And we're not just even talking about visualize. When I say visualization, I'm not saying, oh, you want to have a house and 3 kids. You want to have a home in the Bahamas. You want to, those are like ambitions, goals, maybe on the external. But when we are digging deeper into those masks, remember we would have asked questions. First of all, you would have been brutally self-aware. You would have journaled and connected the dots. You would have been asked some deep questions by your soul coach or someone that is working with you for accountability. And then your visualization is based on a life without the mask.
Exactly.
A life without the mask. And then we now go into scheduling what you visualized into your life,
into your present life,
because as you know, whatever you don't schedule doesn't get done. You are the queen of reminders. We know that. So I don't even need to overtalk, right? But
there will be tasks. Please, for me, I want you to say it so that people know, because to some people, somebody said something to me recently, and it's part of the thing that triggered these sessions. To some people, for the lack of a better word, the way that I live my life is quite aspirational. Some people feel like it's so unreal. They feel like it's so, like maybe it's out of place for somebody to be this structured and organized. But the truth is this: I don't want to run mad. I don't want to.
And you will not.
This is how I function. She said, Buna, she Toyosi and calendar are 5 and 6. I don't know how to function without structure. Everything will be scattered.
Correct.
Everything will be scattered. Please talk about
you can structure.
Not just me.
You can structure your process the part of the process of removing your mask, you structure it into your life. Let me give an example. Why is it that when you go to a doctor and he wants to give you pills, he will tell you, take this morning, noon, and night? In some other cases, he will tell you, take this only once a day, at the same time, every day. Right? In some cases, he will say, okay, if you feel the pain, then take this. Or if you feel this symptom, then take this. It's the same way when you are scheduling reminders for your healing or for removing these masks. In some cases, you must be asking yourself, your soul coach would let you know things to do. And some of those things to do could be asking yourself questions 3 times a day. Specific kinds of questions 3 times a day. In some cases, your soul coach will say, the minute you wake up, or the minute you are just about to get into what is called REM, is a stage of sleep. When you can notice that you are relaxing, say these things to yourself every night just before you sleep. And these things, whether they are questions, whether they are affirmations, they are crafted specifically for your situation.
For you. Good.
Yeah? So it's not
Very
just,
good.
I am a child of God. I am
No,
beautiful. I am a Kiniko. No,
everybody's situation is different.
exactly.
So I've always said it to people, for healing to happen in any situation or in any case of your life, you have to have tailored solutions. You can't use Panadol for every kind of sickness. No, it has to be tailored for you and tailored for where you are in your journey. Some people are totally shattered and broken. Where they're going to start from is different from where someone like me, who has some level of self-awareness, is going to start from. So you're so right, Funmi.
Exactly. There are some things that your coach will tell you, or the person that is with you in the journey of accountability to peeling off your mask. There are some things that you will need to do. You may need to confront an offender. You may need to confront or go back and apologize to someone you offended. It may not make sense when you are getting the instruction, but the amount of healing, the amount of
The
freedom,
relief, the
the
liberation.
relief, that's very fantastic. That's exactly those things that you will have to do. Sometimes you may need to even speak to yourself in the mirror. There's something called mirror work, where you are looking yourself dead in the eye and saying some things. Or you're looking yourself dead in the eye and asking, okay, so why did I say this thing to this person? What was my intention? What did I hope to achieve?
You
If I
process your
did that,
conversation. Yeah.
what would be the result? Was I expecting that result? See, we're going deeper, we're going deeper, we're going deeper, we're going deeper. You'll be asking yourself these questions. There are so many things to do, but it's customized to your situation. And I want to just sound a note of warning that you don't just pick up anything, any affirmation, any confession, anywhere. It must be customized to you. And not only that, you must create a schedule that is consistent so that you don't do this 1 week and then you forget it the next week.
I said this thing yesterday, everything. So if you are here today and you were in class yesterday, and you
Yes.
remember there was one thing I was
Beauty
saying.
regimen.
I said for every single thing that makes up the life of a wholesome human being, whether a man or a woman, consistency is at the heart of it.
Exactly.
Consistency is at the heart of. That's why don't pick up a habit because somebody is doing it. Don't pick up something because somebody said this is how it's supposed to be. You have to sit down and find out this thing is going to work, how it's going to fit into the circumstance of your life. Because if you
Very
can't be
good.
consistent because of what is happening with you, sorry, you won't get results. I just want to quickly drop this for me. When I was back in Nigeria, there were a lot of things that I couldn't do. And then in terms of like outward results and getting stuff done, I was, because I had physical help, right? But I was emotionally in a bad place. Do you get? So people see me, doing so much on the outside, but on the inside, I wasn't myself. And that was because I wasn't getting emotional help. I was getting physical help. I wasn't getting emotional help. Now I am here. I have gotten emotional help. I am still getting. I don't have physical, but because the emotional end of things is right for me, I am able to function right. My capacity, even in the physical, is almost triple because the way emotions are terrible. You are weighed down.
The truth is this. First of
You're
all,
weighed
what
down, and
exactly
then
is
I'm able to
consent?
consistently keep up with
Is
it
the
because
incentive for
me
people
and
to
you have
marry
kind of
you.
looked at and said, okay, Toyosi,
The
this is
truth is
how this
this,
is what's going
because
to work,
a lot of
and
people
it's
don't
been
want to go
so
and lie in
good.
Nigeria. The reason is this, Natasha.
And honestly, guys,
Because
this
you
is
put
not
it
because
differently,
Funmi is
the
here, and
rights
this is not because I'm
goes
trying
with
to
them.
market her
You
or
don't even
anything.
acknowledge.
You know me very well
That's
that
already a
I would
problem.
only speak from what I have
Now, when people buy this
experienced.
item,
It
if they don't
changes
exercise the
every
way the
single
way they
thing.
want, what happens to it?
It changes
This is
every
the issue.
single thing. Funmi, you can go on. Who is
So
there?
it's about sitting down and writing down what are
No
the
problem.
Let me
essentials of
finish. You
buying
can
a
ask
house.
him.
So
Let me finish.
How do I know
she
whether it's
was
the right thing for me
explaining
to
or
buy now?
speaking about
And I've
consistency.
realized that when
And
it comes to
so
rabbits, I'm a rabbit
whatever
person. If it's
regimen
not
you
done,
you
I
now
will not
decide
do it.
Asha,
help you or
And
lead
let me
you
say this out.
into
It's not
peeling
that
back
because
these
people have
you
layers.
heard me.
You
people have
must
told me
stay
this, that, and the other,
consistent
and
at
I've
them.
gotten sorted out
Whether it
every
is
time
three
it makes
times a
sense,
day,
or I know
every
that you
day
know
for
what,
six
nothing works
weeks,
for you.
or
Just
it
take it
is
off.
once a
There
day,
are some
whatever
people
it
who
is
have
that
now
you are
become
doing,
so
that you
serious.
have been
Telling
asked
me
or
that
recommended
if I
to
should
do,
exercise and
Before
you
do
that
must
this,
becomes.
stay
don't
at
worry,
it. You
they
must,
will give you an extra.
it's like,
So you're not
sorry,
wasting
let's
money.
use an example.
You
It's
give
like
your
watering
as
a
far as you
plant.
haven't won their
You
money.
don't stop watering the plant just because you see
So
one
that
tiny
sort of
shoot
like
coming
gives us some
out,
insight.
or
And
because you
what
don't
if
see
I
it
say
coming
this
out
is
at
the
all.
most
You must
strategic
keep
strategy
watering
for
that
me
plant.
every
Oh,
day
Funmi,
You are doing
Funmi, this is my
some
go
form
off.
of exercise.
Funmi,
I
sorry.
already have
Okay,
ASOS
Sorry,
doing
guys.
if
Guys,
it
this
goes
session
off,
might go off. If it goes
fashion
off,
start doing it.
we'll come back
People
right
from Nigeria still
immediately,
order
guys.
from fashion
Right
paper. It's because they know
immediately.
that if they
If
want
it
to
goes
do
off. So,
business,
Funmi,
fashion will
continue
get their
talking.
money back.
We still got like five
okay.
minutes.
So same thing with exercise as an example. Since this COVID-19, right? I've been doing exercises. Some of my girls can testify. But I've not seen my six pack yet too. I've not seen that six pack yet, but I'm not gonna stop, right? Because I even know that if I stop right now, then the flab, the extra weight will come and join.
Oh,
It's
yeah, go
better
on,
for
go
me
on,
to
go
be
on, go on and save it.
consistent and reap the benefits, whether or
Exactly.
not.
Thank you.
Please save the video. That's
I'm
what
definitely
Jaga
going
Beauty
to.
is saying.
I'm going to save it.
Okay. So should we just end now and
So
start
I'm ending
again
it
so
right.
that
I'm
we're
ending it.
intentional about it?
I'm ending it right now,
Okay.
guys. So please come back
Okay.
right immediately. Thank you so much.
Even the walking, in-store walking has reduced drastically. People will tell you that they will buy. I have people buy from us from America, from the website,
I don't know why I can't save these sessions.
from everywhere, literally. So we
Ayodotun, thank you so
advise
much.
people to make sure that we
Guys, I
put
don't know why I can't save
all
this
the
video.
information, right?
You guys, I have a
Exhaust all the
problem. I don't know why
information
I'm
you
unable
need
to
about the
save it.
item you are buying
It,
on the
it has
website.
shared to story, but
And
I'm
if
unable
that
to
is not
save it.
enough,
I
if
think
all
it's
else
because it's
fails,
too.
and you still say
I don't know
the
why I'm
result is
unable
not
to. For
okay,
me, that thing happened
that's I
again
go return your money
because
as
it was
far as you
almost an
now wear
hour.
my
I couldn't
cloth.
save it, but it has shared to story. Don't worry. When we finish, I would find a way to record it with my
Can
phone,
you hear me?
and then we can have it. Or does
So
anybody
it's
know
true
what we
that my
can
cloth has
do?
not
I've
been
been unable
worn.
to save
I
it.
will
If
refund
the
your
video is
money.
short, if the session is short, we can
Because
save the
at the
video.
end
But if
of the
it's
day,
long,
Natasha,
like
at the
the
end of the
entire
day,
hour, I'm
right?
unable to
If
save.
that is the reason why you buy
Hmm.
from me, right?
But don't worry,
And
I
your
will use
clothes
my
comes to
phone. I
you
will
and
use
it's
screen
perfect.
recording. I will screen record it,
What's the reason?
and then
I
I'll
understand that our
save it. But
Nigerian people
because
can
this
be
session, I have to.
overbearing
No, no,
and
no.
they
We
can take
need to have
advantage.
this.
People can be stupid and
Please
all of
go on
that.
for me.
But you see,
So people have
I
joined
have
back.
taken
Oh,
the
thank you
risk.
so much,
Are
guys.
I
you
Thank
ready?
you
have
Should
so
I
much.
returns
start
and
speaking
payoff.
now?
Guys, can you let us know if you
Payoff.
should continue?
I
Please let
hardly
me
have
know
returns
in the
anyway.
comment section if you
You
want
hardly
for me
have
to
returns. You get
continue.
all the information you need. Even for
Adeyinka,
advertising,
thank you so
we
much.
advise
If
people.
you want for me to
We
continue,
advise
guys,
people.
please let us know.
We advise after you order
Okay,
from
Jaga
website,
just
they send you
joined.
all the information.
Let's
You know
wait
the
2 minutes for
order
other
it,
people to
and
join
people
us.
give you extra information,
Okay.
and people are going to call you and talk to you about it. Oh,
Okay,
this one because of the
Bisola,
fabric
you
is
are
the
there?
right fit
Oh,
and
wow.
stuff. So
Kizito,
they don't tell you
wow.
one
Thank you
another
guys
that.
so
That
much.
has really
For me,
helped
please,
us.
let's continue. Okay, great. So let's do this.
It has really helped us. I'm listening.
All right. Um, so just a quick recap.
It's because
We
they don't know what they are
spoke
doing now. Because
about
I know how many people have been
mass.
doing
that number one, masks are layers that we put over ourselves intentionally or unintentionally. That was what we started on as foundation. Number two, we established that masks are very dangerous because they block or hinder you from knowing yourself.
Yeah.
That in turn affects how you train people to treat you, and it also
Damages your relationships.
damages your relationships. So how people treat you, interact with you, whether they give you help when you need it or support you when you need it, because you have on a mask, they are not able to know,
That you
right?
need help.
So we established all that
That's
already.
exactly.
Okay. We also established that it can, those masks are in different parts of your life. And sometimes, depending on the situation, you have multiple layers of masks. You may have maybe two, thank you, ma'am. You may have two masks, two layers of masks when you're at home. You may have 5 when you are
At
in the
work.
office. You may have 6 when you are in church.
Because you don't
You
want
may
people to
have,
judge you.
so there are different, you have different layers upon layers upon layers depending on the situation that you are in, right? We also talked about, apart from the danger of it, we also talked about how people pick up these layers. We said it was based on experiences, whether the experiences are things that happen to us, things that
That
we
was
did
said
to
to us.
others, the words that have been spoken over us, the words that we have spoken to people. We also established that experiences could be loss of a loved one,
Exactly.
loss
Sudden
of a
life
job,
situations.
loss of money or career or investments. It could be sudden life changes that you also experience, right? We talked about its examples: relocation, marriage, new baby, loss of the baby, different things, new job, loss of the job, whatever, something, anything that is like sudden, that shakes you in your life, can create or have you put on a mask, right? Now, we moved on to speaking about how to take off those masks. And I said as a warning that this takes time and consistency. We have over and over talked about the advantages of consistency, knowing that this thing is a process and the mask is not as automatically removed as cleansing your makeup or removing a wig. And I said that the basic process includes various steps. And if I were to advise any human, you should go on that journey with a coach. Don't do it yourself. It gives you accountability, it gives you guidance, and it helps you see later on how far you have come. Now, just a quick recap also of the processes that I had spoken about before before the first hour was up. First, we said brutal self-awareness, meaning you know that you are aiming towards a finished end of your mask being removed. You must be brutal with yourself. You must be downright honest. You must not stop at the first answer. Even when the first answer, or even if the first answer is not pleasing or acceptable to you or makes you look bad to yourself, you must be willing to go deeper. Next, we said that you must take notes along the way, because as you are being brutally self-aware, you must record it. You need to find out, you need to see the thoughts that you are thinking and the reasons behind the thoughts. I said that. And when you journal, you connect the dots from the thoughts you thought in the past, the perspectives you had in the past, to your present, and how it is affecting or potentially affecting your future. And I also spoke about the fact that when you're connecting the dots, a coach or an accountability partner helps you along the way. Right? Next, we said that a good coach will then ask you deeper questions based on what you journaled.
Designing themselves now.
These questions help you dig way deeper. It goes
God bless you. Natasha, do you now agree that anybody that is doing something now, at the end of the day, they are going to be enough?
hoping to achieve, or what you were, depending on whatever the situation is, whether it's an experience, whether it's an action, an event, whatever was going on. You dig deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into it with those guided questions. Next, now that, it's almost as if you opened up a grave and you've seen all the bones and where they are buried and the stench of it. You can now say, I want a fresh start. That is where a good visualization process now comes into play. And that good visualization process, you will come out of it seeing yourself without the mask. And almost instinctively, it will show you steps to take to get to that state of being unmasked. Right? We're all on the same page. And then as you're going forward, right, you've seen that state of being unmasked. Your coach or your accountability partner would now prescribe different themes, questions, affirmations, activities that you should do going forward on a consistent basis. Like we said, if you were taking a drug, or if you were going through some form of therapy for your brain, or for maybe you injured yourself on the floor and your physiotherapist asked you to do something, maybe stretch your leg 3 times a day, stand up, move to the right on this side every day, and so on and so forth. You will have different actions. In this case, you may ask yourself questions. You may do mirror work first thing in the morning, or you may speak to yourself some specific affirmations last thing at night, or in the middle of your day, in the thick of some form of stress, or some things that are triggers for you. They're all customized to your particular situation. That's why I would not recommend people just go and Google.
No, you can't find solutions.
Don't go and just Google. Google has its place sometimes when you need a foundation. But when you need to solve a particular problem, Google may not help you there. Right? And then I would say the next step is to celebrate the small wins. As you're moving forward in your journey and you are following the prescriptions of your coach, you will find that some things that used to bring out a certain kind of
behavior
don't do that anymore. You will observe that if you were journaling, you will say that this thing that I was struggling with a month ago, it's like a breakthrough. Something totally different has happened now. Or 2 weeks ago, if someone said this to me, I would have said this back, or I would have thought this in my mind. Now, yeah?
So true.
So you now are able to celebrate some of your small wins. Those lead to even bigger wins.
Absolutely.
Yeah? And let you know that victory is on the way. I dare say that a human being is never completely 100% unmasked. Yes, it's like perfection. We are working towards it, but maybe in this lifetime, we may not be completely unmasked.
There will still be some
definitely fragments. Yes, there will still be some fragments of those layers. But definitely, if you are determined to peel back as many layers
Layers
as
as
possible,
possible.
right?
Right.
So that you can really see yourself for who you are. And as we said at the very beginning, you are able to train others in the way to treat you, and then your relationships improve. If you are completely determined to seeing all that, it is possible.
It's very possible. Thank you very much, Fumi. That's the word I wanted to hear from you. It is very, very possible. Fumi, you've done an amazing, amazing job. Like, I had no doubt that you were going to, tear it apart to this point. Because honestly, a lot of things, you mentioned something towards the tail end where you were talking about triggers. A lot of things that people are not aware that this is the reason why I'm doing this, right? There are so many things, until I started to do, my work with you and a couple of other things I was doing. There were a lot of things that I never paid attention to it. Something as little as smell could be the reason why you behave the way that you behave. Meanwhile, if you don't pay attention to it, like Fumi has said, your relationship with your children would have damaged because you're just a cranky mother complaining. You are fighting your husband for something that is just smell that you didn't pay attention to. Like for me, see, coming to the realization of the fact that things as little as that, things as little as just needing a walk, right, was the solution for me sometimes. Just needing a walk, just let breeze, outside breeze, touch me, was the solution sometimes. From stopping, I would just be in this house complain. And the moment you say something, so that when you know these triggers, you can quickly nip it in the bud. I have let
Exactly.
triggers sometimes for me that it then comes and then start to spiral into different other things. It is much later when I want to sleep and I want to journal at night that I'm saying, please wait. So you were mad a couple of minutes ago. What is the problem? Then I go back, I realized that it was just something that I just didn't pay attention to. That I just didn't pay attention to. For some people, it
Exactly.
could be something that was said to 5-year-old you. Maybe the reason why today you are not yourself, but you're not paying attention to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
You
when
see,
you're
that brutally honest, sorry to just push you in there.
no, it's fine.
When you're brutally honest and you're guided by a coach, you will go deeper. You'll go deep into the memories that you've had, some things that you may have even forgotten, that you may have pushed down because of that mask, because you don't want to remember it, because some of those memories are too painful, right? Either some of them may be too painful or your ego is getting in the way.
Exactly. That's
You know
another
that there
thing.
are some memories that you have which are blocked out. You don't want to remember it because
You
your
shouldn't
your
be seen
ego,
as weak
you
in that field. You
exactly,
shouldn't be seen as
exactly,
complaining in that place. Oh, you
exactly,
shouldn't be seen as this in that place. I
exactly.
mean, that is so
And you may
true.
have even told yourself that same lie. So you believe it to be true. And so you block yourself, you block those memories, and you're not able to dig into the real you. It's super important. That very first step of brutal self-awareness,
It's really key.
it can take, with a coach, it can take 4 weeks.
Wow.
4 weeks of 1 hour, 1.5 hours each. Just asking questions, just going deeper, just asking, just saying why. Okay, what? What did you think? What were you thinking? What did you intend? What was your motive? Oh, there's so
Wow.
many things.
Wow, for me, thank you so much. Like you've even done way more than I expected. So my last question, so we can round up, is that how does the soul clinic come into play? How do you help people,
Hmm.
right, to fix this thing? Because honestly, some people don't even know that they need help.
That's the last thing you just said is perfect. Some people don't know they need help. The Soul Clinic, of which I'm a part of, I created the platform, but it's there to help people go deeper into their own emotional health. And what I did maybe about 2 months ago was to create what I call a quick scan. It's like a scientific way based on the questions and the answers that you give, that we can take a snapshot of your state
Of
of
where you
emotional
are.
health at that point
Yeah.
in time. It's like walking into a clinic and taking your vitals. You check your temperature, you check your heartbeat, you all those things, right? So imagine you check your vitals. And so, Toyosi, can you remember where I sent it to you, that link?
It's on my WhatsApp.
Okay. Okay. If you type it out here, I think it is B.
One second.
Somebody is testifying to the quick scan.
Oh, okay. One second. I'm
Yeah,
trying to find it to copy. Now,
copy it.
if I
It's
copy it,
BT
okay, don't worry. I'll copy it and
bit.ly.
one second. I'm going to
Okay,
copy
I
it.
got it.
You got it.
You want
Okay.
me to write it?
Yeah, you can write it. Yes, go ahead, please.
Okay. Yep, that's it.
Yeah. So if you guys can copy it, if you can copy it into your browser, that is the quick scan.
This quick scan, as I said, is like going into a clinic and taking your quick vitals. It's not going to tell you everything that is wrong with you immediately. It's going to give me, as your soul coach, an indication of where you are at. And if you want to move forward, we can say, these are your symptoms based on this quick scan. These are your symptoms, and then we can now decide or have a quick,
Make
what I call
recommend.
a post scan quick chat, 15 minutes, to say, these were the symptoms, do you agree? It looks like you're having hypertension, like the way you will be in a doctor, right? These
Exactly.
are the symptoms, do you agree? Are you really suffering from depression, as an example? Is this really an issue? Would you like to take it further? Then we go on further. And for everyone, I'm sure, like within the next 1 to 2 days, everyone that takes the quick scan and can quote the wholesome woman, right? The wholesome woman, as when we do a chat, the person quotes the wholesome woman. I know that you came from this Instagram
Special.
live. You definitely will have discounts when we're going forward. That first 15 minutes post scan chat is free.
Free.
If we now move forward into, say, a 1 hour session or a customized soul healing program, definitely you will get a discount based on our Instagram live today. So I'm one for giving value. You will get value. You will get value. You would go deeper into some of the things that are going on with you with the free quick scan. You will have your results given back to you within 24 to 48 hours, free results, and you will get 15 minutes of my time for free to discuss the results.
Okay. Okay. I hope everyone heard what Funmi said. Also, please, guys, please copy the link. Copy the link and take this quick scan. It's actually free. Somebody said, guys, please take the quick scan. It helps deeply. Like we can. I mean, I have taken this, so I can. If I'm saying it, it's almost like, Toyosi, is it marketing you are doing? No, but you are in your own corner by yourself, able to take this scan and then be honest with yourself so that you can give them you can give her and her team the right information to actually say, you know what, this thing that you have is malaria, it's not corona. This thing that you have is ordinary headache, just go and drink paracetamol, so that it
Exactly.
can help you. Because honestly, until we peel off layers, until we're intentional about our emotional wellness, honestly, the journey to wholesomeness may be unattainable. Maybe unattainable.
Brutal self-awareness.
I'm telling you, maybe unattainable. And the truth is, like I said before, there is a spiral effect from when you are emotionally well, and then there is a spiral effect of it on every single thing that you touch and do, even your
Exactly.
relationships. You begin
Yep.
to attract some people. You are wondering, why was I not attracting this person before? Is it that I was a, or is it that they could not, just talk to me then?
See me.
It was it was just the vibe that you were pouring out from your emotion. You are unaware of it. Some of us, it is because we're emotionally unwell, there were damaging relationships. You start to see patterns. See, if you can sit down today and look at the way your relationship with your friends damage, honestly,
You'll see
if you
patterns.
trace it
Yep.
back, you find
Yep.
patterns and you realize that, you know what, that thing that Funmi girl was saying, I think I need to check it. I need to check it. You guys, please, I want you to go to Funmi's Instagram and show Funmi love. Thank you so much, Funmi. God bless you for honoring me. Thank you for sharing from your wealth of knowledge.
And
Thank you
it's such
for,
a privilege on your birthday.
thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for helping me to, throw light on these things, because sometimes, because I am not a professional, I am not an emotional coach, I may not be able to say it the way you have said it. I may be able to say a little because I'm interacting with you, I have done sessions with you, but there's no way I would have all this amount of knowledge that you have poured on us today. Funmi, God bless you. Thank you
God bless you
so
too.
much. You guys, please
Thank
go
you.
to Funmi Ayowole's Instagram, show her love, follow her. Funmi, and guess what? Funmi gives out so much value every time she's giving something for free. Every time she's sharing one template that will help you to do this. Please, you guys, show her love. If you want to book a time, reach out to her. Please quote the awesome woman. Funmi is definitely going to give you a generous discount that would enable you go on a journey with her. I have been on this journey. My life has not been the same since then. My relationships, every single thing changed. Everything changed. I started to see that nobody was attacking me. It was just the things that I was allowing into my space. And, I am so grateful for this session. Thank you so much, Funmi. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. For everyone who joined us, I'm so grateful. Thank you guys so much. I'm so thankful that you guys are doing this with us. And you guys are also, putting in energy and effort into finding your way to wholesomeness. Tomorrow, I am going to be hosting Bumi George of Shredder Gang, where she'll be telling us about, the role of fitness in the pursuit of wholesomeness. Because
That babe is fire.
there's
I
no
will not miss it
wholesomeness.
for anything.
Exactly. There's no awesomeness if you're not physically fit. You can't do
Yep.
anything. Right? So please join us
Yep.
same time tomorrow, 6 p.m. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you, guys. You guys, the ones who are owing me birthday presents, please, I'm still waiting. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Funmi. God bless you.
Take care.
Take care, darling. Bye, everyone. Bye. And
Bye.
I'm going to Fashion Biz Academy to go and have my session with
That's true.
Fashua. If you are an entrepreneur here, you better just cross over to Fashion Biz
Cross.
Academy. Let's go and finish it up there. Let's go and finish our table breaking that we started yesterday. Thank you so much, Funmi. Good night.
All right.
Bye.
God
Bye,
bless you.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Bye.